Ruggiero on Radio Ugly. Play some music for you. Listen in.
Marcus Ruggiero, say hi. It's good for me, man.
How you doing? How you doing out there? I am Italian, but I don't bring it out too much.
All right.
Marcus, you've been on Radio Ugly once before.
It was yes, I did. Yes, I was. It was awesome. That was a highlight of that summer. Actually, it was a blast.
We actually found him at I think it was what the hell's the name of that club there halfway up the street? DJs. Yeah, yeah. We found him at DJs, and
I was discovered at DJs. Oh my God,
a lot of people are.
Who would ever get discovered there? It's an awesome place to hang, I tell you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Marcus, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been playing guitar for probably, gonna give away my age now to everybody in the world I've been hiding it from. I'll lie, about 30 years.
All right. So basically from birth.
There you go. There you go.
When I was 2, I picked up a guitar.
In utero. It was a small guitar, but my mother put up with it.
And in that 30 years, okay, that's the last time we'll say 30, okay? That's the last time we'll do that.
30 is the new 20.
I'm so vain.
So am I. Don't worry about it.
We talked before. You actually you've played with some great people. You've played in some big venues. Tell me a little bit about that, just for the people that know you locally and they see Marcus possibly at Fire and Ice or DJs on the deck.
Do a little name dropping.
Exactly. So they know the Marcus that I know. I know a couple of places that you've been.
Yeah, I don't talk too much about it. I don't brag too much about it.
And it isn't bragging, it's just a little history.
Share.
It's a little history. Yes.
But I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it, man.
No, we've played with guys like open up for Foghat, Loverboy, the old school guys, Dave Mason. I've got guys on my record. Shed Some Light album is some guitar players from Billy Joel's band,
nice.
John's band. God bless her soul, Mindy Jostin was an amazing violinist, cellist, and a harmonica player, and an accordion. She was John Cougar Mellencamp's
oh, nice.
A member of his band, and she was on Shed Some Light. All the stuff, all those instruments that you hear on that particular album, Shed Some Light, which I just gave you a copy of, she's playing harp, violin, and the accordion that's on it. That's
awesome.
Mindy Jostin. And Tommy Burns actually is the guitar player for Elton John and Billy Joel, and he's actually on Shed Some Light as well. Mm-hmm. It was great working with major pros like that. They work so fast.
How do you meet up with these type of people?
Really?
Well, I worked with Scotty McPherson on that particular CD, and not to mention Tony Perino, co-produced that as well with us. But Scotty McPherson is from L.A. We call him L.A. Scotty. He knows a lot of people. He was signed Atlantic. Mm-hmm. At one point, he's been producing records for many years, and he's an excellent producer, and he knew a lot of people.
Nice.
But we've done stuff with the Allman Brothers, because Tony Perino, my longtime friend and member of my band and co-producer, plays with Dangerous Dan Toll. You probably heard of Dangerous Dan from the Allman Brothers. He did that, a lot of stuff, but the one that sticks out the most that everyone might recognize more than anything, maybe that I'm No Angel lead riff, and he hates that, but he actually wrote that and played that.
We're going to listen to Pretty for Him. I think I requested this song live when we were all sitting on a deck somewhere.
You put him on the spot.
I kind of did. and the reason I was curious about that is, how old is this track where it kind of threw you off a little bit? You remember that?
Which track you talking about? American Cars, I'm assuming.
We played that. We're listening to Pretty for Him next.
Oh, Pretty for Him. Well, it's funny that you just mentioned that, because it's been a while since I performed that song. I don't play that out that often. That song was so built for a big band.
Yeah.
It was so built for that. If you listen, you've heard the track. I've done it a few times. It's kind of like on the album. Not too many people request it.
Yeah.
It's not like the happiest song in the world. But since you've requested it...
I kind of threw you there, didn't I?
You did. And now since you've requested it, I've listened to it a bunch of times. I actually have made a CD cover for it. I finished it last night, and I'm actually going to release it as a single, along with a bunch of other singles I put up on Facebook.
This track.
Probably tomorrow it'll be up there, along with Pretty for Him.
Could you tell me a little bit about this track before we play it?
Pretty for Him is about battered women. That's what, in a nutshell. It's about a woman that does everything she possibly can to be pretty for her boyfriend, her man, her lover, her husband, or whatever, and the guy is just an abusive piece of crap that he actually will smack her, hit her, punch her in the face. I mean, I grew up with that. I mean, my stepfather was very abusive to my mother. I wasn't living with them during this. I was already out, but that's what that song, I wrote that basically just from the experiences from my mother. Have you putting songs up like that, like for a while?
Because your posts are like your songs. It's your posts are as personal and emotional as some of your songs are, and I sit there and I look at them, and on the one hand I'm like a little bit troubled because I feel for you, but at the same time I'm kind of from a musician's and a songwriter's perspective. At the same time, I'm sort of sitting back in awe, going, "Yeah, I can see it. It's right there.
Yeah.
The seed of a really good song is right there. Like I can see those 2 or 3 words."
Yep.
That are the hook of your song, and so I'm kind of in awe.
And I've used them.
I mean,
that question is revolved around what?
Around the post, and supposedly people thinking it's too much or something isn't working for you. Are you finding people turned off? Are you finding people tuned in? Has your love life suffered in any sort of way because of this?
No, it hasn't.
There you go.
suffered
There you
at
go.
all.
That's the answer.
No, it doesn't.
That's the answer.
It doesn't suffer at all.
Then there you go, dude.
Basically, it's working, and I feel better. You know,
it's got to be a release. It's got to be.
It's a great release.
Some people do it different ways.
You saw that song I wrote on there. It's called "Release." I put up there a couple days ago. Called "Release." That's what it's all about. You know, no one can save us when we lose ourselves except ourselves. That's one of the lines in the chorus. I bought this guitar. I've had this guitar now I can always tell how long I've had it, but I think of my middle daughter, who's 13 now. When she was 2.5, I had just purchased this guitar. And I was sitting there playing, and she was sitting there finger painting. And I just bought it, and it's not a cheap guitar.
No.
But it's not the most expensive. It's a good moderately priced guitar, but it's a guitar nevertheless, and I never painted a guitar before. And she looked up at me and she said, "Daddy, can I paint your guitar?" And I was just like,
what do you do?
I didn't know what to say. At that point, I was like, I don't know. Maybe.
One of the 15 that you've written in the last 3 months that I know I haven't heard. Why don't you pick something? Could you do that for us? How about,
actually, I'll do something. Since I'm on a theme here with the Facebook thing, and maybe that'll happen.
Okay.
I'll do a song. I'll do "Beautiful" for you.
There you go.
Nice.
I wrote that song before I wrote the last one. It's a pretty song.
I like pretty. We here at Radio Ugly like pretty things.
Now I got to break out the emotions for that song, like so I'm not lying to you. I got to think about that girl in order to get my best performance. That's going to be painful. All right, here we go. Right on.
Especially when
live. This is beautiful.
Especially when looking at all of us.
Anything can happen.
You are so beautiful. I love the anklet you wear. Yeah, you're my angel. I love it when you laugh, when I say these words to you. You're a beautiful girl. I've been beside myself since the moment I met you. No matter what.